How's it going, everyone? They call me the Toaster, and today I want to show you this really compact iron farm that you can build in your Minecraft Bedrock worlds. So let's get right into today's tutorial. A cool feature about this iron farm is that it keeps the cats alive, and they'll actually get funneled into this tunnel over here, which drops them into the villager chamber. And the reason why we want to keep the cats alive is because the village will either spawn an iron golem or a cat, but it will only spawn a maximum of 5 cats. So once you have all the cats spawned, it's just going to spawn iron golems. This design is 9 blocks long, 6 blocks wide, and 20 blocks tall. So let's get right into the build tutorial. The placement of this farm is very important, so let's start with that. This build needs to be 64 blocks away from other beds, including your own bed, and any other villager or iron farm that you may have. The reason why we're building this 10 blocks in the air is because iron golems can spawn up to 6 blocks below the beds, and we don't want any iron golems spawning below. So instead of just spawn proofing the entire bottom floor, which would take a lot of materials, we'll just build this 10 blocks above so they can't spawn on the ground over here. Also, something else that's very important is that an iron golem can spawn 8 blocks away from the beds in any direction. So it could be 8 blocks like that, 8 blocks like that, 8 blocks from this side, and 8 blocks from this side. I know I didn't exactly count out 8, but you get the idea. So if this build is next to something, the iron golems have a chance of spawning outside of the farm. So I chose this outdoors area because I know it's not next to a mountain or anything like that. So try to build this where you have at least 8 blocks of space around the bed area. Here's the materials list. You're going to need 20 beds. They can be any color. 2 stacks of building blocks. I'm using stone bricks. 19 stone walls. 13 ladders. 10 fletching tables. This could be any 10 villager job blocks. So if you want them to be another type of villager, you don't have to use the fletching tables. But why I like to use the fletching tables is because while you're standing AFK to get the iron, you could plant trees, and then you could chop down those trees and make sticks and trade that to get emeralds. So it makes them a little bit useful. You'll need 1 hopper, 1 chest. You'll need 4 stone buttons. In this build, I'm going to use the polished black stone button because it's a lot easier to see where I'm placing them. But if you use 4 stone buttons, that's okay, just as long as they're not wood. Make sure they're actually stone. Then you'll need 2 fence gates, 1 pressure plate, 4 torches, a lava bucket, a water bucket. You're going to need a stack of blocks just to maneuver around the build to place down some temporary blocks. I'm going to use cobblestone as my temporary block. 2 golden apples and 2 splash potions of weakness, because this is how we're going to get the villagers in there to get started. You're also going to need 6 stone slabs. They can't be made of wood, they have to be stone. But to make it easier in the video to know where I'm placing down the slabs, I'm going to use cobblestone. But it's okay if you use a stone, just make sure you don't use a wooden one. You're also going to need 20 leaves. If you don't have 20 leaves, you can use 20 stone slabs, but I like the look of the leaves. It's just for spawn proofing. So if you'd rather just replace the 20 leaves with an extra 20 stone slabs, then that's okay too. And we're going to need 24 pieces of bread because we're going to get 2 villagers up there and we need them to make 8 children. And to make a baby villager, a villager needs 3 bread. So 3 times 8 is 24 bread. Now let's get started with the build. Let's build up by 10 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now what we're going to do is we're going to build out by 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to build out 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's fill this area in completely. Now we're going to build this platform up by 1. So let's just add another row of blocks here. This would be a good use for the cobblestone because we're going to end up breaking all these blocks later. So now let's place down our beds. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to come around on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's very important that you place the beds down exactly like this. The beds need to be facing each other so that the pillows are touching. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place the second set of beds underneath. So let's just dig out the blocks below this one, and we could extend our platform a little bit so that we can maneuver under it. And now we'll be able to place 5 more beds under on this side, and we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. I'm trying to build this as if I was in survival mode, so I'm going to just walk around the platform. This would have been a good place to use the cobblestone, so maybe do that if you're trying to make this build in survival. Now we're going to dig out these blocks underneath here, and we're going to place down the last 5 beds. 3, 4, 5. That's it, and we've placed down all 20 beds. So let's move on to the next part. We're done with these blocks in this area here, so let's just clear off this walkway. We can also break all the blocks below the beds. Those are not important either. You can go down and reclaim them. So let's keep building up from the pillar that we had originally. We're going to go up to the top of the beds. And over here is where we're going to place down our 10 job blocks. If you hold sneak, you can place the 10 job blocks right above the pillows. Now we're going to build this up by 2 so that we can be on the same level as the fletching tables. And then we just need to make this little platform over here. Now that we've covered all the beds with blocks, we just need to build around it by 1. So let's increase this platform by 1 size. And now you should have something that looks like this. Now over the pillar, this is where we're going to be placing all of our ladders to go up and down. So over this pillar, we're going to place our fence gates so that we can get in and out of this. And then we're going to be placing our walls all the way around. I'm going to leave a gap here because this is where the cats are going to fall down from. And then I'm also going to leave another gap here to place the second oak fence because this is how we're going to get the zombies to come up here. Now that we finished with this platform, we can place down our 4 torches in the corners here. This is going to prevent anything from spawning up here. Alright, we're about halfway through the build. If you're liking it so far, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. So let's finish off the second half. The next part is the spawn platform for the iron golems. So what we need to do is to go up by 3. And then we're just going to fill in the same platform that the villagers have. So don't cover the walls. What we're going to do is just fill in the part where the villagers can stand. So you see this platform over here, it doesn't go over any of the walls. It's just quite literally the same platform because the part with the walls, that's going to be the edge over here. So let's just build this around over here. Now this is where that gap was. We left it earlier. So I'm going to leave this part blank for now. And let's just keep building these walls all around. We're going to completely go around this by 1 block. Alright, so now the next part, we're going to place a chest right here. We're going to break this block and we're going to put a hopper into it just like that. This corner can get a little tricky, but just follow along carefully. From this side with the hopper, we're going to build up by 2. And for this one as well, we're going to build up by 2. Then we're going to close off this section. So now we just have this little 1 block gap here. This is where the cats are going to escape from. We also need to place down 2 blocks like this. So now we're going to place down our 4 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you did it right, you'll be able to place a lava bucket here and it's not going to fall down or droop anywhere. Now we need to do our spawn proofing. So I'm going to place leaves all over this edge over here. Remember, you can use slabs if you don't like to use leaves. But I like the look of leaves. I think it makes it look very nice. And then above here, we're going to place down our slabs. Now remember, these could be stone slabs, but it's a lot easier to tell that these are slabs if I make them out of cobble. This is because if you try to put leaves up here, the lava is just going to melt it. And we want to spawn proof the top over here. Now in the opposite corner from the hopper, we're just going to place down 1 water source. And look at that. All the water funnels into this area over here. So what happens here is that the iron golems are going to get pushed into this corner and get killed by the lava, but the cats that get pushed in here, they have a way out. So let's build the platform for the cats now. If you want to get down, what you can do at this point is just use a water, place it on the side here, and then just ride it down. Now that we're at the base, we can put our ladders over here and be able to get up into the villager pen. So let's destroy these blocks that we placed down earlier. And let's build the section for the cats. So over here, we're going to extend this by 1. And we're going to just make a little funnel so that the cats fall straight down. So starting over here, we're going to go like that. And then over here, we also need to fill in this area. We're going to extend this by 1. Going down over here. And we're also going to put this just like that. So if I stand here, it's going to make more sense. So remember, the cats are going to come through this one by one and just fall straight down. We also need to spawn proof the top over here. So we're going to place down the leaves just like this. Now that we spawn proof up here, what we can do is go and collect that water source and place it back in this corner. And just to double check that it funnels towards the hopper. All right, we're making really good progress. We're almost done. So let's go back down here into the cat trap. And it's very important that you place a slab over here. Otherwise, an iron golem can spawn in here, and that's just going to ruin everything. So be sure that you place this slab here. It's very important. If an iron golem spawns in here, it's going to ruin the whole farm. And give yourself a big pat on the back because we have just finished the build. Now, let me show you how to get it started. To get the farm started, you're going to want to build a staircase going all the way up to the villager chamber. Once your staircase is done, it should look something like this. The staircase is going to lead up to the second fence gate, and there's going to be a pressure plate in here. So when we lure the zombies inside, the door closes behind them. We also don't want any other zombies coming in here. So what we're going to do is just make a little entrance, just like this. If we place down our other fence gate, if we block off the entrance like this and put a pressure plate there with the fence gate here, we can control who comes inside of here. Because if we open this door and the zombie villager comes up here, he's going to close the door behind them. What we don't want is to have a cured villager up there and then just have the zombies go up the stairs so that they can get a free kill. Now what we're going to do is wait until nighttime, and then we're going to go out and locate a zombie villager. And then once we do, we're going to lure him into the trap. So let's open this gate over here so that only he can come in. And you see he closes the door behind him. And let's lure him all the way up these stairs. We're going to come over here, open up this fence gate and close it. And then we can get behind. And we got to make sure that he's still chasing us. Where did he go? There he is. Come on. There we go. So open up this fence gate, close it. And check that out. We caught him in here, so now we're going to hit him with a splash potion of weakness and give him a golden apple. And let's wait for him to cure. Once he's cured, he's going to turn into a Fletcher. And what we need to do is just push him into the corner. And we're going to build him in here so that the next zombie villager doesn't get him. And let's repeat this process a second time to get a second cured villager up here. So let's get another zombie villager. We're going to lure him up here. Let's open up this gate so he closes the door behind him. And let's make sure he follows us all the way up to the top. Yeah, and we're going to open up this gate and then close it. And we're going to do the same thing again. Hit him with Splash Potion of Weakness and give him a golden apple. Now let's wait for him to cure. Once they are both fully cured, we can go in here, break these blocks. Now that we got 2 villagers up here, what we need to do is give them exactly 24 bread. This is going to make 8 babies because each child takes 3 bread. And we want to have exactly 10 villagers in here. If we have more than 10 villagers, the farm could not work. So let's just wait it out a bit. You see, eventually they're going to enter love mode. And out comes another one. So you just need to wait because they also need to do work a little bit before they're ready for love mode. So just wait until all the villagers come out here. Don't give them too much bread, otherwise they're just going to keep on spitting out babies, and that's just going to ruin your farm. You want to have exactly 10 villagers in here. Here comes the second one. There's 2. There's number 3. And there's the 4th one. We are halfway there. There's number 5. Only 3 more to go. Looks like they're ready for seconds. There's number 6. We only have 2 left to go. While you're waiting for all the babies to populate, we can go ahead and destroy this staircase. Because we don't want any iron golems to spawn on the staircase, and we're done bringing zombie villagers up here. So just completely destroy this, and just use the ladder as a way to get up. There's number 9. Now we just need to wait for one more. And this is the last one right here. There we go. That is 8 children. So now all we have to do is wait for them to grow up. That takes about 20 minutes. Once they are all grown up, they will become Fletchers. If you see any that are green coats, just kill them right away because they're going to cause you nothing but trouble. Make sure that there are 10 villagers in here and that they're all Fletchers, just like this with their nice hat. And that's it. Now all you have to do is wait for an iron golem to spawn, and one should happen pretty quickly. I just wanted to include some last details about this build. When you're placing down the hopper, open up the hopper by right-clicking on it, and then just put something inside the hopper. If it goes into the chest, you'll know that it's hooked up properly. Also, if you want access to the chest, you're going to climb up the ladder. You're going to go inside of the fence gate area, and you'll have access to the chest right here. If you want to extend this into a double chest, just break this block over here and place a chest over here. And then if you want, you can break the chest and then sneak to put a large chest over here. And then you'll just have to break this one block above the chest so that it can open. But you see here, this creates a path for the cats to be able to get out. So what we're going to do is just place a non-solid block like a piece of glass, or you could place it on a leaf so that the chest can still open also. Also, you need to be standing inside of the village for the iron golems to spawn. You need to be within 64 blocks of a horizontal distance and no more than 40 blocks vertically. So if you want, you can AFK right up here with the villagers, or you can build a cool little AFK spot underneath here and iron golems are still going to spawn above. And that's it for the build. I hope you like that. If you did, please leave me a like, leave me a comment, tell me what you think, and hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. All right, have an awesome day. Toaster out.